Hi everyone, today on KREM 2 News at noon, after thousands of people woke up all across the inland northwest without any power, we do have the very latest updates on outages across the region. Plus, the trial is officially underway for a former Minneapolis police officer accused of killing George Floyd. We'll show you why this trial will be unlike any other high-profile case we've ever seen. That's right. As most of you know by now, the Zags are still dancing right into the Elite Eight as fans continue to flock now to Indy to show their support along the way. So we have the very latest from the site of the NCAA tournament.
And of course, we're going to take you outside, talk clouds developing, and even a little bit of scattered snow as we head into the middle part of the day.
Hi everyone, and welcome to KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Laura Papetti. We'll be checking in with meteorologist Jeremy Legoo in just a few minutes for our Monday forecast. But we do begin with the latest information for the thousands of people who woke up this morning without any power. So let's take a look. Coming in new at noon, we begin with Avista, where more than 7,400 customers are still reportedly without power right here during the noon hour. More than 5,500 of those outages are being reported just north of Colville. Kootenai Electric is reporting major progress throughout the afternoon, as only 283 of their customers are certainly right now without power again at the noon hour, so that's improving. And right now, Inland Power is also wrapping things up, reporting only 28 customers still without power, and that's throughout the region. However, as things continue to change, we'll continue to give you the latest information on all the outages and the results of the windstorm right here on KREM 2 News, KREM.com, and of course, always on the KREM 2 mobile app. Well, as crews continue to work on restoring power and cleaning up from the damage from the windstorm, our Nicole Hernandez joins us from Comstock Park with some of the latest details on those early cleanup plans.
Yeah, so as the day has gone on, of course, that wind has died down. Right now we're here in Comstock Park, where you can see there are some crews here. There have been crews around the city throughout the morning, just helping get the little bits of debris up and cleaned up, of course, from yesterday evening's windstorm. We did not see nearly as much damage yesterday or this morning as we did from the windstorm we saw in January, but of course, still some stuff to look out for. The biggest thing you're going to want to look out for if you are on the roads at all today is mainly just debris. We've got some sticks and extra roots and stuff that are kind of flying around because of the wind here, so just be extra careful of that if you're on the roads. But like we've been mentioning this morning, as the day goes on, we will see those winds start to die down even more. In Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Nicole, appreciate the update right now. And of course, Jeremy, everyone wondering, has that wind just passed right on through, or are we expecting anything more in terms of that, what was somewhat fierce weather yesterday?
You know, Laura, the fierceness kind of goes away. However, as the wind shifts to more northerly, what we're seeing is a cold air injection, and that's helping us to form a few clouds as we get into the middle part of the day, and even a little bit of isolated snow. There's not much moisture in the atmosphere, so what's falling is not going to stick. I would not be worried about it at all, but there are reports of it even out at the airport, so it will go down as an official trace on the record, but it's not anything I would be worried about, especially with our temperatures on the rise and, well, the lack of moisture in the atmosphere. We hang on to some wind gusts this afternoon, but a wind gust up near 16 miles per hour is about enough to go, whew, it's a little bit chilly, and that's really about it. Now, we did see a couple of those isolated bits of moisture kind of move their way through, and really, it's not much moisture in the atmosphere. It's our cold air injection kind of squeezing out some of that moisture, helping those air particles kind of get a little more lift or instability to them. And that's really about the extent of it. We do clear out overnight tonight. Tomorrow morning, we've talked about this, a lack of wind and cloud cover leads to radiative cooling. So tomorrow morning likely going to be our coldest morning of the week, and possibly the coldest morning for the remainder of spring. It's a possibility. Mid-40s later on today, thanks to some of those clouds and that stiff wind out of the north, and overnight we quickly fall down into the 30s and keep going into the 20s. So Laura, tomorrow morning, bundle up.
Yeah, it felt chilly out there this morning. Okay, Jeremy, thank you very much. We'll check in with Jeremy in just a few moments. The trial is underway right now for a former police officer accused of killing George Floyd. Derek Chauvin has pleaded not guilty to both murder and manslaughter charges stemming from Floyd's death on May 25th. You may remember the video that sparked the Black Lives Matter movement. It showed Floyd on the ground and in handcuffs with Chauvin's knee on his neck for about 9 minutes.
I have faith that he will get convicted. Just like everybody who's seen that video, because the video is the proof.
So authorities in Minneapolis are bracing for any possible unrest surrounding the trial. Chauvin and 3 other officers were fired the day after Floyd's death. The other officers have been charged with abiding and abetting murder and manslaughter and are due to stand trial coming up in August. Chauvin's trial is expected to last for up to 4 weeks. And this will be a trial unlike any other we've seen. Even though it will be a very high-profile case, only a few select people will be allowed inside the courtroom. Here's a closer look at the layout.
We want to take you on an inside look at the courtroom where the trial will take place. Because of COVID concerns, there are limits to many things you would normally see. Starting off, everyone will be required to wear a mask. Only 1 print reporter and 1 TV reporter are allowed in each day. So all media will share a stream of 3 cameras set up in the courtroom. One will show the podium where both the prosecution and defense attorneys will argue their sides. The next will show the tables where Derek Chauvin will be sitting with his team, the others 4 state attorneys. The third camera will show the judge and any witnesses being examined. Here's something that has not changed. No one from the jury can be shown at any point, but they will be present in socially distanced seats. Others in the courtroom will be a judge's clerk and a court reporter who will transcribe the proceedings. Also new during this trial, no family members can be shown in the gallery. That's the area that is normally full of spectators. Only 1 member of the Chauvin family is allowed each day, as well as only 1 member from George Floyd's family. So you won't see a normally packed courtroom for a high-profile trial, just a few key people.
Okay, it is 12:07 right now. The Spokane Regional Emergency Communications 911 Center says there is an interruption right now in its services. They say this means people in Spokane County and within the city of Spokane may not be able to call 911 for serious or may face serious delays during their attempt. If you are not able to reach 911 in an emergency today, the center recommends you contact Crime Check. And we did put that number at the bottom of your screen, 456-2233. The Washington House of Representatives has approved a measure that would ban the open carry of guns and other weapons at the Capitol and surrounding grounds. It would also ban people from carrying firearms at or near any permitted public demonstration across the state. The bill will now head back to the Senate to get the final vote. And starting this Wednesday, Washington Department of Health will no longer require proof of vaccine eligibility with the Phase Finder tool. The Phase Finder is the online questionnaire patients were previously required to fill out to prove that they were indeed eligible to get the shot. DOH leaders said they trust most people will continue to do the right thing and to just wait their turn. And there is still time to weigh in on Spokane Public School District's online survey for the downtown stadium proposal. The public has until this Wednesday to share their thoughts. In 2018, voters approved a massive school bond, a portion of which funded a new stadium. You can text stadium to the number, our text line, easy to do, 509-448-2000 for a link to that survey.